2017 Audi R8 V10 Spyder. More than 2 years have passed since Audi unveiled its second-generation R8 supercar, which migrated from its former Lamborghini Gallardo underpinnings to those of the mightier Huracan. The current high-water mark among road-going R8s is the viciously quick, 610 horsepower V10 Plus coupe, which we have fully vetted in Euro-spec form, in a comparison test, and at lightning lap. This test represents the first time we've strapped our test equipment to the new for 2017 R8 Spyder, which initially is offered only with the R8 Space 540 horsepower V10. We haven't previously tested this powertrain in any R8. A 610 horsepower V10 Plus Spyder is coming in 2018, and other powertrains are planned for both body styles. After experiencing the Plus models so often, would a 540 horse R8 feel inadequate? We also wondered if the soft roof would be accompanied by a softer character, considering that all R8s with this version of the engine ride on adaptive magnet or geological dampers instead of the sport suspension found in the V10 Plus. As fast as it looks. However enjoyable it is to cruise along reveling in public adoration and savoring the interior visuals, including Audi's trick virtual cockpit instrument screen with track-relevant information displays, the R8 is happiest at speed. And it gets there quickly. We clocked its 0 to 60 mph sprint at 3.2 seconds, only 0.3 behind the comparison test coupe. A car that was 70 horsepower stronger and 236 pounds lighter. The Spyder's acceleration remained tremendous through the quarter mile, its 11.4 second, 125 mph run being just 0.5 second and 4 mph behind the V10 Plus coupe. As with other Huracans and R8 V10s, the real fun is found in the upper reaches of the tachometer, making the trip to its 8,500 revolution per minute redline ever more rewarding. The ancillary benefit of running into redline, and one of the most enticing aspects of the Spyder, really, is how the mellifluousness notes on that port and direct injected, naturally aspirated V10 can find your eardrums with no interference from window glass or roof structure. High-revving non-turbocharged engines with double-digit cylinder counts are an endangered but still enticing species, so we almost never turned on the 13-speaker Bang & Olufsen audio system, opting instead to savor the engine sounds. Lowering the glass rear window with the roof and side windows raised filters out atmospheric noise, leaving the cabin awash in the blissful bellow of unembellished, rapid-fire internal combustion. Smoother, not softer. The open-air R8 accelerates, turns, and stops quickly, but none of that happens suddenly or unpredictably, in contrast to what we noticed in the V10 Plus during lightning lap. It should be noted, however, that we didn't lap during our time with the Spyder. The standard cross-drilled wavy-edged brake rotors delivered a blockbuster performance, marked by steady, firm pedal action. So when to halt the Spyder from 70 mph, the brakes delivering 155 feet, only 2 feet longer than what we measured in the V10 Plus with its carbon ceramic rotors, calling into question the value of the $9,900 carbon ceramic option on non-Plus R8s. The V10 model's standard suspension also serves the car well, so long as you don't plan on picking a fight with a McLaren 570S. Its linear and chatty electrically assisted steering and adaptive dampers effectively turn this mid-engine sports car into a long-legged GT. As with most Audis, one may fine-tune its demeanor through the Drive Select system. Comfort mode offers a luxurious ride but lightens the steering too much and requires too deep a dip into the gas pedals travel when you need to summon a burst of acceleration, to shake off the paparazzi. Dynamic mode never feels terribly harsh or jumpy but tends to shift high in the rev range and locks at the upper gears at freeway speeds. Reserve it for when you're truly serious about chewing up some asphalt. Auto mode, we found, offered the best overall balance. It's a quick study, too, responding after just a few aggressive driving moves by automatically raising shift points and serving up throttle blip downshifts during braking, then relaxing soon after the driver does. Missing is any whiff of the sheer lunacy that characterizes the Huracan. although we admit that driving a supercar without the baggage of a supercar brand is one of the R8's strengths. As to the question of it feeling underpowered compared with the V10 Plus Coupe, well, 3.2 seconds to 60 miles per hour never feels slow. And if going soft means braking this well, steering this precisely, riding this beautifully, and sounding this good, the V10 Spyder need never apologize.
– 2017 Acura NSX. If a 3,868-pound, all-wheel drive hybrid strikes you as a curious sequel to the original bantamweight NSX, you're not alone. As vehicle performance lead engineer Jason Widmer tells it, the initial prospect of a gas-electric NSX caused as much hand-wringing within Honda's hallways as raised eyebrows outside them. In the early days of the new car, NSX mules consistently laid down faster laps without the battery electric assist system that was supposed to make the thing quicker. That was more than 5 years ago, and the NSX's hybrid electric system is now a fully developed piece of Go Faster kit. The car rolling out of Marysville, Ohio, seamlessly combines 2 turbochargers, 3 electric motors, 4 driven wheels, 6 cylinders, and 9 forward gears to produce bona fide supercar performance. That won't make it any less controversial. There are an infinite number of ideas as to what a resurrected NSX should have been. The concept that won out is a rolling test bed for the future of performance technology. You will not find a car in this category in 10 years that won't have electrification. I'm confident on that, Widmer says. So are we. The NSX isn't the first of its kind to mesh electrons and hydrocarbons in the pursuit of speed, but give Acura credit for so rapidly democratizing the technology. Even with a starting price of $157,800, the NSX is hard evidence of the kind of trickle-down economics that actually works. Sacrificing a fraction of the performance and the pure electric driving capability of the 2015 Porsche 918 Spyder netted Acura a $700,000 price cut for its mid-engined hero. Widmer may have been talking about McLarens, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris when he made his 10-year prediction, but the electrification of performance won't stop at supercars. Defying physics, the electrons are poised to flow into iconic performance cars where there's even more resistance. Hybridized 911s and BMW Ms are an eventuality, not just a possibility. This NSX is a preview of things to come. Acura could highlight the NSX's electric hardware if it would mimic Tesla's strategy of activating full reg-in braking when the driver lifts off the throttle, either in the less sporty driving modes or with a stand-alone, selectable option. One-pedal driving becomes another connection to the machine, allowing the driver to be an active participant in managing the battery charge and timing accelerator application with greater intention. If we were Acura, we'd consider it. We apparently weren't too considerate with the right pedal, because we averaged 17 miles per gallon in our time with the NSX, well off the NSX's 21 mile per gallon EPA combined rating. While the 21 mile per gallon city rating is unmatched by the competition, the 22 mile per gallon highway rating is below that of the 570S and the 911 Turbo S. The irony of the NSX is that it's far more impressive for its chassis than for the complex hybrid system that serves as its reason for being. Maybe that's because the handling really is that good. Or maybe it's because Acura is still searching for the perfect daily use driving mode, somewhere between Sport Plus and Sport. You can be sure that Acura is in a race to perfect its hybrid system with multiple competitors currently prepping similar arrangements. Give it a few more years of development. But let's hope Acura keeps the chassis the way it is.